Yes, lads, how's it going, Danny here? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. EA have dropped a an interesting SBC in a flashback Marcelo Diaz. Now, obviously, it's I'm gonna butcher this the Copa Libertadores SBC. Let me know if you know if I said that right. Probably didn't. However, they've dropped a flashback Marcelo Diaz, celebrating his 2011 to 12 season, so pretty long time ago. And I'm fairly sure this guy had a team of the season last year. I might be saying that wrong. He looks like a good card. To be fair, one stat away from being Hooligan, he looks quite decent. So 5'5". To be honest with you, you guys might be a little bit turned off by that, but I like small players. Now, would you want your CDM to be like that? I mean, I think Kante's 5'6", so this card's probably more of a centre mid. I'll go into the in-games in a bit, but looking at this card, he looks to me more like a centre mid than a CDM. I say that because the passing, the dribbling, the shooting. But to be fair, he's got the defending and physical, it seems, to play CDM. However, I would probably play his card centre mid, maybe in a 4-4-2, 4-1-2-1-2. But he looks quite versatile. Centre mid, CDM, he looks great. Medium high is a fantastic work rate. For my CDM, that's probably my favourite work rate. For my centre mid, maybe not. I mean, you could definitely play him in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow as a defensive centre mid, if that makes sense. So you have a DM and two centre mids. You can have one attacking centre mid and one defensive centre mid. He seems pretty good for this. He also can be a box-to-box centre mid. Right-footed, 3-star isn't the best, isn't the worst. At least he hasn't got like a 2-star weak foot. 3-star is definitely usable in the midfield. Now, the in-game stats. Face card alone looks great, but it's just one of these cards that he's probably got like 4 composure or something. So let's go into the in-games. Okay. I mean, every stat is green apart from finishing. Pace is fantastic. Okay, maybe not. I mention this every single episode. I like the acceleration being bigger than the sprint speed. However, I don't know if I like it that much bigger. So, I mean, I like having the acceleration bigger. Don't get me wrong. But 73 sprint speed is a little bit on the downside. I would have preferred like 80 acceleration, 75 sprint speed, something like that. But that's completely fine. He'll feel good in-game. He'll probably feel like he's got 79 pace in-game. Which, to be honest, in his reviews, say the Davison Sanchez yesterday, he had, I know I'm going off topic, I apologise, but he has 80 pace, but he's got 73 acceleration. So, in that case, he'll feel a little bit slower. This one is absolutely fine. Shooting is fantastic. 99 shot power, 95 long shots is awesome. Attack positioning is pretty decent. Finishing a bit low. Just don't shoot in the box and you should be fine. I mean, long shots, you're going to have a field day with long shots. 99 shot power, 95 long shots, fantastic. Volleys and pens, good at 81, both. That passing, oh my life. Vision, fantastic. Crossing, good. Free kick accuracy, short pass, long pass, curve. Pretty much maxed out at 99. That's going to feel unreal in game. And that dribbling, oh my. 86 agility at 5'5". He's going to in and out, mate. In and out of everyone, right? 99 balance, 87 reactions, 91 ball control, 80 dribbling's not the worst, and 87 composure. Lads, I mean, this looks good. It's one segment. This looks good. Interceptions 9. This is basically just is he Chile? Yeah, he's basically the Chilean Kante, you'd probably say. Head accuracy a little bit low, but to be honest, it's pretty irrelevant. I've used people with like 60 head accuracy before, and it wasn't a problem. Defensive awareness, great. Stand tackle, great. Slide tackle, decent. And physical, oh man, I mean, this card looks fantastic. Jumping, good. Stamina. This is literally, the more I look at it, the more I just see Kante. I literally just see Kante. Strength, good at 80. You might want to get a chem style to boost that if you're playing him DM, but 80's fine to an extent. And aggression at 92. This is I'm going to say it again, this is Kante. This is literally just Kante, but blue. Like, genuinely. He looks fantastic. Now, it's 1. Honestly, it's going to be hard to link him being Chilean in the Argentine league. But genuinely, this I'm gonna have to say it again, boys. This is Kante. This is literally Kante. I mean, he's literally Kante with shooting. Like, genuinely, it's basically Kante. I'm not even just saying that. One squad. Now, I'd say, judging on links, right? If this card was French in the Prem, yeah, he'd be like 300k on the market, maybe. I'm gonna say I wouldn't pay more than it's hard. I wouldn't pay more than 85 with an inform. which is about 100k. I probably wouldn't pay that much more in this market than 100k for this card. What is it going to be? 84 of 2 informs. Now, 84 of 2 informs. I don't know. I think this is worth it. This might be worth it, lads. I mean, 84 with 2 informs is... What was Sanchez? I think that's about 80k, maybe. We're probably looking at about 80k, which it might, maybe even less. I think this is a dub, boys. I think this is absolutely worth it. This generally, I think this is worth it. And I haven't said that in a long time on this series. I haven't said an SBC is flat out worth it, but it's going to be hard to link, and we'll get on to that. Yeah, it's going to be hard to link, right? But check, this card looks fantastic. I won't go through the in-games again, but I'm going to say, if you can link him, you know, I don't even know how you would, but if you can, I'd say this is 100% worth it. I wouldn't do it for like a super sub or anything like that, but I mean, this is a fantastic card. I'm quite surprised, to be honest with you, so we'll go through it. I'm quite intrigued how you'd link it. Now, obviously, there's... okay. There's obviously... I'm showing the wrong screen. I'm stupid. There's obviously the new Copa Libertadores cards, and there is a perfect link. This card is probably going to shoot up in price. He was, I think, 20k. No, actually, he was about 30k, and he's about that. So, honestly, perfect link. He looks very usable as well. This card looks fantastic. Put an anchor on him. 91 rated left back. Damn. That's a good perfect link. That's genuinely a usable perfect link in this, in March. That's a good link. Strong links, boys. This might be worth it. You have that one's already been there. So you have Rojas, who's Hullet Gang, but I think he's like 400k. He's 200, mate. Check, like, put them in a midfield. I mean, he's basically Hullet. And then we got this. And then you have Lopez here. There's actually quite a lot of fun, new, strong links. This Lopez is, I think, a little bit, 500k. But there's nothing stopping you from pairing these two up in the midfield. They both get strong links. And then weak links-wise, obviously, all the Copa Libertadores. You could make an awesome, awesome team with just like these cards, these new cards. I think this is 100% worth it, in my opinion, lads. Link them up, right? So you get a perfect link with Mena. You potentially get Rojas or Lopez, but they're a little bit much, or a little bit expensive, right? And then you just soft link them around all of these cards. I think this is fun. This is a fun card for me. It looks extremely usable in this meta. There's not one stat that like scares me in this card. Obviously, finishing low, just don't really shoot in the box with him, I suppose. In terms of chem styles. Footmen always say Shadow because they love pace. I can see that to get the sprint speed up. If you're going to play him DM, maybe a Shadow's best. It makes him a 93 CDM. It's fantastic. However, I assume a lot of you will play him centre mid. I would personally play him centre mid in game. If that's the case, I mean, you don't really need to touch the dribbling, boys, in my opinion. You don't need to touch the passing at all. Hunter's boring, but I mean, it makes him fantastic. It gets finishing up a little bit. I think if you're going to play him DM Shadow 100%, just get that pace max, get that sprint speed up. I don't really know what I mean, probably maybe a basic would be best for a centre mid. That's the first time I've said this series, but I can't. There's no one chem stat jumping out to me because every stat is basically what you need in a centre mid CDM. So I'm honestly quite confused, boys. I'd probably say Shadow for a CDM, 100%. Basic or potentially an engine. But I think that's a little bit of a waste, an engine. Yeah, I'll say that. I think I'm going to call it a day there, lads. Honestly, I'm surprised. I saw EA tweet a Flashback Diaz. And I was like... yeah. And then I saw the in-game stats. I saw the price. And this checks out for me. If this card, I mean, if you give this card like you just make him French, yeah, in a hypothetical sense, you just make him French. This card is 10 times the value. Everyone's tweeting about it and stuff. But just because he's Chilean, it's a little bit less. He's still got good strong links, weak links, and even a great perfect link. So I'm not complaining. I think this is a great SBC, and a lot of you can complete this. It's a cheap SBC to do. I'm calling it a day there, lads. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are going to be doing this card. I'll be interested to know. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Leave a like if you're new. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you again hopefully tomorrow. Peace.